You are not perfect. You are never going to be perfect. And that is a wonderful, liberating, freeing thing. Congratulations. You are perfectly imperfect. I do a lot of crafts. I specifically do an abundance of crochet. That's my go-to craft is crochet. I also knit, and I've been trying to learn other things like stained glass and 3D printing and things like that. But my go-to craft is crochet. One of the things that in all of the various chat rooms that I'm in all of the various groups that I belong to, for those who need like a 12-step program from their crochet, I've noticed that a lot of people get very, very wrapped up in fixing and adjusting any imperfections in their craft. Specifically, there's a term called frogging. So if you have crocheted a number of steps in a project and you've realized you've made a mistake, you then rip it out, rip it, which is also known as frogging. Rip it, get it? Isn't that funny? So you rip it back to where you made the mistake, fix your mistake, and keep going. I frequently see where people will post a picture of their mistake and say, should I frog back? It's 30 rows back. Should I frog it? It's like, no. Embrace it. Look, if you want a perfect blanket, if you want a perfect beanie, if you want a perfect sweater or scarf, go buy one. You can buy it infinitely cheaper at the store for $30 on sale at Kohl's than you can crochet one. The yarn alone is going to cost you more, but your time also has a value that is far above and beyond anything that you can go and buy at the store. Give yourself some grace. Embrace your imperfections, please. One of the things that made me realize this was last night. I had a little bit of a come to Jesus moment when I realized in the temperature blanket that I am working on that I made a very big error and was in near tears because it is a very significant error, and I'm going to show it to you. It 100% was a situation of, do I fix this, which would probably mean several days of work fixing this error, or do I leave it? What a temperature blanket is you have assigned a color to a set range of temperature. You crochet a row representing either the high or the low or the average, or some people do variations of that. Every day is represented, and you work on this throughout the year. So it's a year-long project. I designed this pretty intricate blanket that's going to look like a tree. I have a thing for trees. You can't tell, this is a tree of life. I have plants all over the place. I have a tattoo of the tree of life on my back. I love trees, right? I love what they represent. They are also perfectly imperfect. I'll show you the beginning of the month. This is January. So the beginning of the month is here, right? This is my low, and this is my high for January 1st. And then January 2nd, my low and my high. January 3rd, my low and my high. Now, one thing is, it's my blanket. I designed it. It's my rules. Some people get kind of wrapped up in, the rules of how many degrees do you have to set it up. Well, I live in Pennsylvania and it snows here, so I want my range to be from, it gets over 100 in the summer sometimes, and it gets, below 10 sometimes in the winter. Actually, this whole week has been ridiculous. It gets cold, so I set my temperatures and my ranges based off of our averages here. But what I was going to say was these first 4 days are actually Orlando because we were on vacation. But you can kind of see, kind of going through the month. Now, one thing, I don't like repeats. I usually don't like more than 3 repeats, and this was a high that repeated, that high range repeated for 4 days, and normally that would make my mind itch, but I guess I allowed it. I'm not sure why I was being so generous with temperatures at that point, but regardless, so I kept going, and this is how my blanket was shaping up. It's looking kind of cool. You can see my leaves. And then I didn't notice this mistake until last night. Now, last night was January 31st. Today is February 1st. I didn't realize until I was sewing on the last day that I had made a mistake. You see when it's going to come? I know exactly when it's going to happen. Do you see it? Do you see the mistake? Do you see the mistake? That is something that my little OCD brain is going to just have to get over because if you are a crocheter, you will understand what I mean when I say I have sewn in my ends. This panel is done. I am not going back and fixing this. There is going to forever be this error right here. What I've decided to do, not just embrace it, I've decided that every month, since this is January, one of the days I'm going to do it that way, where it's kind of wrong. I have an idea of how I can maybe be funny with it. This happened to be on somebody's birthday, the day that the error occurred. I think I might just decide to be funny with it and choose somebody's birthday every month. Have somebody's birthday? I mean, I have a big family. There's got to be somebody's birthday every month. I'm going to make that my wonky day. One of the days is going to be my wonky day. And I'm going to just choose for that to be the case because we are not perfect people. Life is not perfect. I am going to embrace the imperfection here and just be okay with it. Enjoy this life we get. We only get one. So embrace your perfect imperfections. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.